Today we're going to make this no-sew journal. Oh my goodness, you guys. It is so cute. It has lots of pockets, it has pages, it has tags, and a beautiful closure using Chapter 1 Paper's newest kit. Won't you join me? Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Where have I been? If you missed the video before I left, I announced that I was going to go on my first vacation in years. While I was gone on my vacation, Chapter 1 Papers released their newest kit. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at these papers. They have entitled their kit Washi Designs, and you get lots of beautiful pages. You also will get some gorgeous tags. I love this one. You get some journaling cards. This one, I accidentally printed it out going the wrong way. You can use them as journaling cards or make them into pockets. As I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with my beautiful pages, I decided that I would make some ruffles. I took my pattern paper and I cut it into strips about 1 inch wide. I took them to my machine and I gathered them up as a ruffle. I think the color goes gorgeous with these papers. Then I wanted to use some coffee dyed doilies. This one's a small doily. It's about 4.5 inches crossed. I brought in some book pages. I trimmed up my tags and inked them up too. And I did the same to the little journaling cards. You can definitely take the pages and cut the strips free, so you would have gorgeous faux washi that you could use so many ways and on so many things. But I thought I would use the page as it is. I think it's quite gorgeous. My pages are about 10.5 by 7.5 inches, and I want to fold one of my sides of my page over so that I will have about 3/4 of an inch from the edge of the paper to the edge of the piece that I'm folding over, and give it a crease. Now, this side over here, I want to fold this piece up so that it is going to be folded on the edge of the shorter piece. Now you could use this as it is, and I'm making this into a page with a hinge right here. So it's a no-sew little booklet. I'd like mine to be much smaller than this, so I'm going to cut mine in half. So you can just take your piece, fold it in half, give it a crease, and then I'll use my guillotine to just cut a sliver to make the pages separate. Now you have two. With the hinge already built in, I'd like to open my little pages up. I'm going to make these into pockets, but I want to line my pockets because I did not coffee dye my papers. This is where my book page comes in handy. Depending on how large your book page is, you'll want to trim it down and glue it in. So I'm going to glue one separately on this side, and I'm going to glue one on this side as well. As you can see, I have done that with all of my little pages that I have made. It does not matter if the book page matches or not. I like the way inking looks, so I'll be taking my tea-dyed distressed ink and I'll be inking up all around the outside as well as the top of the inside of my pocket. It's not a pocket yet. We haven't glued it together, but it will be. Now that I have my little pages all inked up, I want to go ahead and glue them together to make a pocket. At this point, if you like to sew your papers, take it to your machine before you glue it together and sew right across the top. Then you'll be able to sew down the side and across the bottom. I actually think I'll be doing that. I was thinking maybe before I want to sew across the top, I want to take a notch out just to say I'm a pocket. So I'll have to decide which one do I want for my cover. I love this one and I love this one. I think I want this one for my cover, so I'm going to alternate the different colored washi pages so that I have blue, and then here I have more of a rust. And I am just going to put together actually 6 pages. So I'm going to need to grab those other 2 that I started with you and get them in the mix. So I will have 6 pages in my little booklet. I have my other 2 pages all ready. I have added them. Here's one of them. Oh my goodness, aren't they adorable? Absolutely precious. I think I will put this one right here in between those 2. I have my pages and I have 6. You'll want your pages to have your hinge on the left-hand side. These washi pages do have tops and bottoms if you want to keep your words straight. So some of my hinges have the white and some are going to have the print. As you can see, these 2 are different. That's okay. I would like to put notches in my pocket. Taking my unsewn pocket and I'm going to place it on my grid. I can tell that right here is the center. So I'm going to use my 1.5 inch circle punch and I'm going to punch a notch out right there where I made my mark. After I have punched it out, I'll take my sponge and I'll ink that notch up. Now I will do all of my booklets here. And if you want to sew, this is when you'll want to take it to the machine, open it up like this, and you'll want to sew from the edge here round to the fold. I would not sew my hinge personally. And then put it together, and then you can sew down the side and you can sew the bottom. Or if you don't have a sewing machine, you could take your wet glue. This happens to be our glitter glue, and you could glue these 2 sides down, making a pocket. So I will go ahead and prep all my pages. I have sewn my pockets together. They're lovely little pockets. Now for the hinge. I'd like to take a little bit of the bulk out. So trimming just a little bit of the corner off, we can reduce some of that bulk. You'll want to go through and make sure that the opening is at the top so you don't accidentally glue your booklet together with one of your pages upside down. I'd like this to be my front cover and this to be my second page. So I'm going to place them together. I'm not going to tap them at the bottom and glue them like this. I'm going to tap them where the flap is, because as careful as I can be, my pages can be just a little bit different size. So if I make sure that they're even where the hinge is, then I'll have a little better chance of getting my booklet glued together evenly. Taking your glue, you'll want to add your glue to one of the flaps, it really does not matter which one, and pull the other one around. Make sure you're even and press together. Now you have your very first page. Oh, it's adorable already. Now you'll be building it, not from the top, but from the back or the bottom. Take your next page, turn it so it will match up to the end with flap to flap. Tap it down and glue these two together. What an adorable book this is becoming. Keep building your pages, doing the same process until you've done them all. All right, let's look at a little booklet. The pages turn easily, and you didn't have to sew anything together. Now, this portion right here, you could do lots of different things with this. You could cover it with some fabric, you could cover it with some paper, or you could use some of the beautiful paper in the kit. Or maybe you could choose one of the wider washi strips. This one is definitely wide enough. This one right here with the pretty little roses. I'm going to trim that out and use that to cover up my hinge. So I first think that I'm going to take one of the washies, not this one, I want this one to be on the back like this, but I think I'd like one to cover up this portion right here. I'm not sure which strip I want for that. Maybe this one with the words. Maybe this one. Oh my goodness, they're all so sweet. Then there's this one. I'm going to try this one. I think I will fold it in half. That will be sweet. All right, so I'm going to glue that in place. And then I'll be using my art glitter glue for this, and I'm going to do one side at a time. And now I can glue this side, and I'll need to give it a trim right up to the edge. Now I want to cover this portion right here up. So I'm just going to add another piece of washi. Now, what an adorable booklet. Everything's covered up. You can't see the hinge anymore. And you have beautiful pages. Now let's do a little bit of decorating. Remember in the beginning I showed you the ruffles that I made out of that pattern paper? I thought it would be fun to put them on the edge of the booklet. Let's see how it will look with this closed. Super cute. You could use sari silk, you could use lace, you could make it out of pattern paper, your ruffles. Whatever you have, you can add to the edge of your papers. Or maybe you'd like to put it right here on the bottom. So it doesn't matter if you put it on the bottom or if you put it on the edge, or maybe you would like to do both. It is super cute, don't you think? For a closure. Now I'm not sure that it would work if you put your ruffles on the edge with this closure. You might want to put your ruffles on the bottom. But my thought was to take one of these beautiful tags. I'm kind of leaning towards this one, and choose how far you want your tag to be on the front and give it a fold. So I think I'm going to fold it right here and then give it a crease. Of course, I'm going to ink mine up at the crease. Then we'll place it onto our booklet like this. I actually think I might make two creases. One just behind this one, just to give it a little bit of a spine. All right, so I have my spine. It's about 1/4 of an inch wide, and let's see how that works. Oh, that's absolutely perfect. So what we'll want to do is we want to put a little hole or some type of punch so that you can attach your closure, whether it's sari silk, baker's twine, or maybe just a piece of fabric. I actually think I will use my ribbon punch for this. So I'll need to find my center and then pop my notch right out. Then we'll want to find the center to place our closure. About right there, I think will be fine. And we are gluing the back side of our closure. So let's add our glue. I love how this has turned out. I added that sari silk closure. Let's open it up. I added a couple of tags on the first pocket, and I added the ruffle on the back of the pocket. You could add different pieces on here to decorate it further. You could use a little doily pocket and add a piece of ephemera inside. You could add a pull-down envelope for a little journaling space. In this pocket, I added one of the larger journaling cards. It fits in perfectly. Another ruffle, another journaling card, another ruffle, a couple more tags, another ruffle, another journaling card. This could go on and on, you guys. I absolutely love this project. I hope that you have enjoyed it too. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.